Okay, okay. Good morning or good evening for
Hello,
most of you.
hello, hello. Just a quick mic check. Everybody on Twitch, can you hear myself and Ryan okay? I think I fixed the mic settings this time.
So do I say testing one, two, three, or I already said it, but
I believe so. We hear you loud and
can
clear.
you hear
Okay,
me?
all clear. Yeah, yeah. They're all good. All good, all good, all
Okay,
good.
perfect. This AMA I'm actually prepared this time. I have water because the last time I had nothing and I was just running on fumes. So I'm ready.
You would hope by the fourth one we'd be ready.
We definitely was reminded greatly by the community that this is happening. So shout out to all of you on Travis' stream that reminded me. You guys have an AMA, so you guys have to address the entire community.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just wanted to say, good mornings, good evenings, good afternoons, wherever you are. We just want to give shout outs to some people who have been like super amazing this month. I personally want to give a shout out to Aquas. Aquas has been amazing with this community, always on point, always super helpful, always like DMing me, helping me, reminding me. Shout out to let me see here. I had it written down here. Shout out to Artemis for the memes. Artemis is hilarious. I don't know like how you can create those memes so quickly, but they're actually super funny and I just love it. Shout out to Lay for the amazing artwork that you've been putting out. Shout out to Biggie Chloe for always like being super engaged on your live stream. I've been noticing, and I want to go through every single person, but there's a lot of people. But I just want to give a shout out to all the mods and the peacekeepers and all the first scholars and all the Genesis scholars who've been here with us since early on, and they've been supporting this community especially.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I have a couple. I mean, I guess I appreciate all our scholars. They're all very unique in their own ways. I want to give some special shout outs to Ian. Thank you for all the support after stream. You're always the one messaging, showing a lot of support. I really appreciate that. I mean, I see a whole bunch of lovely faces in the stream. I also want to give a shout out to Mitzi. I hope you're doing better. I hope you're feeling better. I know the whole community is supporting you to get well soon. I hope that's going well. I hope that's going progressively. Also, want to give a shout out to Arda. I see those. I guess it would be early morning coaching sessions that you do. Really appreciate that you took your own time to do that to help the scholars. I don't know if it's because of the guild events or just because of the kindness of your own heart, which I'm sure it's the second one. I really do appreciate that, and I'm sure there's hundreds of things that you guys do behind that go unnoticed. So shout out to everybody, and shout out to
Yes,
everybody
exactly.
attending right now. We're already at 70 plus viewers. So
Wow.
I'm seeing the crowd right now, and I'm seeing some wonderful people. So big shout out to you guys for coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that like sometimes I'm just being caught up on that I don't know about. And like I've been getting messages from many people and they've been telling me like, oh, like this is what we were working on, this is what we did, and it's just amazing. Shout out to John Yoni for helping out with the other scholars who don't understand. Um, I hope that Artemis, not sorry, not Artemis, Anonymous, sorry, gets well soon. I know Anonymous has been struggling with his health recently, so shout out to him. I hope everything's going well. Anonymous, don't worry about it. Don't stress because Team Ryan, of course, has your back, and we are putting out 110% for him.
Yeah.
So shout out to Team Ryan. Just I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Okay. I won't talk too much about the guild event just yet. I'll save that announcement for when that time comes. Um,
Hmm.
okay. So, like we do in most AMAs, we like to give a little bit of an overview of Generation Axie for those that are new in the space. Typically, we like to talk a little bit about the past, the present, and future of Generation Axie before we go into the major announcements. So, for those that are new and for those that need a reminder, Ryan and I are the co-founders of Generation Axie. We're just a couple of best friends who love video games, who fell in love with crypto. I guess it'd be more like a year and a half ago. We found
Yeah.
the space. We got into a bit of crypto gaming as well, and Axie Infinity definitely stuck with us. It would have been October of last year, late September, early October of last year, where we got our first touch of Axie Infinity. Um, so at this
Well,
point, we're in our fourth AMA. So we started Generation Axie in May, and we will continue to have an AMA the last Saturday of every month. So this is our fourth. So for those that have been here four AMA strong, congratulations. For those that it's your first and second, I can see some of the comments in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you can join many, many more. Some cool stuff that we've reached so far. We hit 20K on our Twitter. That was a big milestone. So again, thank you guys for the support.
huge
Um,
thanks for all of you for doing that. We were like hoping for 5K in the next year.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy the numbers we were or aiming for. We've clearly surpassed them. I know we were thinking end of the year, kind of late October, early November, we would get to 50 scholars, and we got it mid August? Not even
Yeah.
earlier than that, I think, even earlier than that. So we're kind of surpassing our milestones, but of course we want to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on pushing further. We're going to keep on growing. Um, if just to kind of jump around a little, we did talk slightly about a slowdown last AMA. I know a lot of people were
Hmm.
asking about that. Our slowdown will start speeding up again. I wouldn't say we're going full speed, but we're definitely gonna be picking back up some speed for those that were wondering. So that should be cool. Um,
Awesome. Yeah, it's been a crazy month overall.
mhm.
And there was actually one thing that we forgot to mention, that we actually hit 100K SLP. Was it last month?
Was it
Right?
last
It
month? Yeah,
was. Yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy,
yeah. It's crazy
right?
to
And
think. Yeah, go ahead.
like we hit 100K SLP, and it's crazy how much the guild has grown since then. How these milestones felt very small, and now we're just hitting them, like just shattering right through everything that we thought was possible.
Yeah, if you guys want to know some numbers, last month we announced that we hit our first 100K SLP. Actually, it must have been about a month and a half ago now,
Hmm.
because right now we actually hit 100K SLP as a guild in 2 weeks. So it's crazy because it took us about a month and a half to get 100K SLP farmed, and now we're hitting it every 2 weeks with our scholars all together. So that's some cool stuff. We're actually approaching the 500,000 mark, which we should possibly hit midway through September, and hopefully with some more growth, we can hit that million mark sooner than later. But that's just shows how well our scholars have been playing the game, learning the game, growing, and working for sure. So that's some cool numbers. That's
Definitely.
definitely some cool numbers. And talking about also this past month, we've really tried to adapt to the changes of the game. I'm sure you guys are all aware, or most of you are aware, that there has been an SLP change when it comes to adventure mode and the kind of free SLP that you can get reduced from 150 to
Mhm.
75. So we've tried to adapt to that. I believe we've adapted pretty fairly in that sense, as far as our minimum, as far as
Mhm.
our structure, our original structure of GA. So just know that we'll continue to adapt, because this game will continue to adapt as well, and we want to keep
Yeah.
that fairness across all scholars within our scholarship, and kind of continue growing and adapting with the game, and trying to maximize whatever we can from the changes.
And we are actually very lucky that we gave scholars really good axes because these changes didn't have a dramatic impact compared to other guilds that I was looking into. Because the axes that we give are both PvP and PvE axes, and they've been and like surprisingly, everyone is essentially catching nearly exactly to what they were doing before, and some scholars have even gone further. So for the adapt of the for the change, we went with 75 for the first month, so everyone can understand how the new system works, and then the following month will be at 100 XLP per day, which is not a problem for our guild at all.
Yeah,
Right, we don't have anyone struggling with 100 SLP per day. It's actually really low bar, and I'm super happy with all the education and the coaching happening behind the scenes. And it's just an amazing thing. It really makes me happy.
for sure.
Um, so should we move on to the present on
Yeah.
what's happening now?
Yes, of course. Lead the way.
Uh, so the so for the present, we actually for this month we got a new manager. So
Mm.
our new manager is Ralph, right? Everyone knows Ralph, and he runs the Giga Squad. So to explain how this managing system works is managers want to work with Generation Axie, where they want a community access to all of our resources and access to our tools. And normally as managers, they don't have the ability or the time to run a massive Discord of this size. So we bring managers, we say, bring your axes, you get to control the axes, you get to control how you want to manage the scholars. We work with them so everything remains fair because we do have our standards. And then each manager scholar is called a GAM scholar, which is a Generation Axie managed scholar, which are which are scholars that are managed under managers, which is not controlled by me and Travis in that sense. So that's what a manager is in GA, and that's how we kept the system. We were talking to other people; they really like how that system works, and we feel we'll be getting a lot more managers in the future. With that, we are super happy with Ralph and the Giga Squad. Shout out to the Giga Squad. Uh, Giga Squad has been super amazing. I've seen how active they are, how everyone's talking, and how they're part of the whole GA family as well. And like that has been super exciting because we were a bit nervous because we never thought about bringing on managers this soon. We were like, we're going to bring managers maybe for next year, but we realized that the reaction from the Axie Infinity community as a whole, people really want to be part of GA. So in that sense, we hope to be bringing on more managers in the future, and with that, I'm super happy with everything went. Plus, we have new sponsors. We have Askesis, we have Moncool, MetLife added another team because they've all been extremely happy with what they're seeing with this community, and a lot of them have the same answers as a why a lot of people want to be part of GA. They're like, I want to be part of the community. I like how the ship is run, and they want to continue to keep the party going, which is why it's super exciting. Because as sponsors, they are buying the Axie team and they are giving it to a scholar that we help them control. And with that, sponsors can go anywhere they choose to, but they choose us. So that is like something that really shows how GA is going to be one of the foundational guilds of Axie Infinity. I believe that we will hold our place in Axie, and we will continue to keep the same energy as what we did since day one.
Yeah, I totally agree. And from the reactions of the managers and sponsors when we're talking to them, they're all super excited about it. They're all loving that the scholars that were picked for them, and very happy of the support that other scholars are giving and the inclusiveness and of course the extra information. Typically, unless they come with another team, Ryan and I help them pick out a team for the scholar, as well as picking a scholar that hopefully fits. And with the interests of the managers and sponsors, they all seem to want to add more teams in the future. They all are doing a little bit of a test run. They're getting their feet wet in the crypto space, in the Axie space, in the scholarship space, but they all seem very excited to continue adding more scholars. So we're very excited about that. Thank you guys for being so welcoming and so open, or having open arms for these new sponsors and managers. They're not as active in the Discord because yes, they usually are too busy to be running a scholarship program themselves. But if I was just to tell you from the chats we've had in the back, they're all very, very satisfied. So great job to you guys. Great job representing Generation Axie.
Exactly. And one last community talk I'd like to bring up is the GA Talks podcast.
Mm.
It was a community built idea. It is doing extremely well. It has allowed people to share their talents, their ideas, their communications, and it has really brought the community closer together. Shout out to the podcast team. Shout out to the GA Talks host. All of you have been super engaging and amazing for this community, and I hope to be joining a bit more. That's my goal. I want to be a part of it a little bit more. I want to come on stage. I don't want to take it over, but I definitely would love to be a guest a bit more so I can speak my opinions, because I find it hilarious that the topics you guys talk about is it's just super funny. And sometimes I'm just listening to it at work in the office because I have to go to work. So even though if I'm listening in the audience, I can't talk. I am engaged. I am listening. So big shout out to that.
Yeah.
So now to more scholarship related topics of the conversation. I would like to talk about the Genesis scholars, the first scholars. What's the situation
Nice.
with that? How it works? So for those who are new, Genesis scholars were the first 10. So the first 10 people who are here since day one, the first 10 people who've been very supportive and engaged in this community. An example would be Fafape, Aquas, Thomas. Those people you would see around the Discord. You would see people like Ree and Giles and Nick Boy and Daniel. Those are the Genesis scholars. Those people, uh, they were here when we didn't have anything, no banner, no name. They were just people who kind of just like YOLO'd in on us. They're like, these guys sound pretty cool. Let's let's get a scholarship from them, and they dealt with a lot of changes. Before we were making changes every week, right? Right. We weren't this organized as before, and they embraced it and they accepted everything. So shout out to all those. So how we originally had the plan, and we're still keeping this plan, is that we would have limited slots for the Genesis scholars and limited slots for the first scholars. And then we would bring in a second scholar. This is a question here from, this is to answer our Artemis's question, essentially. So today we are ending the first scholar slots. So anyone who is a first scholar, you you are in that tier now, and it is we are not adding any more first scholars unless there is a very specific thing or event or any certain I what's what I'm looking for, any certain what like reason
Yeah.
why, because yeah, a very specific reason. But overall, we are not adding any more first scholars. First scholars are done. We are now adding the newest tier. We're calling it Diamond Scholars. So Diamond Scholars will be the new base of GA. So we hope that Diamond Scholars would be 2x, 3x the size of First Scholars. And that we'll be focusing on over this next year is to increase the count of the Diamond Scholars. Now, Diamond Scholars and First Scholars do have the same rates So don't worry about that. We're never going to do a 50-50 or anything like that. Don't worry about it. Diamond scholars and first scholars do have the same amount of SLP rates. The difference will be is the benefits because Genesis has certain benefits, First has certain benefits, and now Diamond will have certain benefits. And reason being is as the game grows and as GA grows, we won't be able to provide all the same benefits to every single person. And we're also rewarding those who have come in extremely early and those who's helped us. That's why we called them the first scholars. They were the first base of GA. So that is what we're going for. So from this day forward, the scholars that we'll be announcing, they will be considered diamond scholars
Yeah.
from there.
And as numbers
Are you ready to
go,
say about that?
yeah, as numbers go, we have our 10 Genesis. I believe we have our 42 first scholars, and then we're hoping to have 100 to 200 diamond scholars following. So congratulations for everybody that's, well, Genesis, of course, first scholars as well, and then to the future diamond scholars, a few of which we're going to announce later today in our AMA. So, but yes, I
Yeah,
think Ryan wrapped it up pretty well.
exactly. And oh, just to clarify, for sponsored slots, there'll be unlimited sponsored
Mm,
scholar slots because those are outside forces coming in. So
yes.
so we don't make sponsored scholars. It's either a promotion or a outside force wanting to create a scholarship with us. So there'll be unlimited sponsored slots. So those who are looking for that opportunity as well, don't worry about that. But yes, so the new scholars will be called diamond scholars going forward. Um, Now I guess we can move on to the immediate future.
Okay. That
Yeah.
sounds good. So, what's in our immediate future plans? What's in our super immediate future is the Axie upgrades. So we've talked about that. We've mentioned that briefly. Made an announcement as well to get some people thinking about what could improve their team. So the reason for this is um, because of the, again, this is another way to adapt to the game. There's been kind of a heavier focus, well, clearly a heavier focus in PvP than PvE for now in the game of Axie Infinity, and we're aware that we did give you guys good teams, and due to meta changes, you are limited to the team that you were given. You can still earn a lot of SLP, but I know that there's those kind of gates for, especially for those that want to break past the leaderboards. You're kind of being gate kept by, let's say, Terminators or numbing Lacretian bugs or all those little things that are really hard to beat with the teams that we've given you. So we've opened up a channel for Axie upgrades where you will be able to request an Axie and change out one of the Axies. So just again to remind you guys how this will work, we have the request page, we have the request channel. You will request an Axie. I'll probably have a kind of one-on-one conversation with you. Try to find the best fit Axie. If I can get the exact Axie, of course. If I have to do a bit of an adaptation, we will. So that you can try to push ranks. We let you play with that Axie for 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. We'll let you try that Axie out. Then you can decide to keep it or not. If you decide to keep it, we'll remove one of the Axies from your inventory, and you can keep the new Axie or keep your former team. And then after that, we'll be creating more scholars. So that's the Axie upgrades. We're going to be starting that Sunday evening, Monday. Guys, after pay period, we're going to start doing the Axie upgrades. So be prepared. The request channel will not be open forever. So if you want to do that, if you're satisfied with your team, that is totally cool as well. This is not a forced thing. You do not have to upgrade any Axies if you like the team exactly the way you are. You are losing an Axie, which you've put a lot of leveling into, so you do have to consider that adventure mode will be a little harder if you decide to do an Axie upgrade. But it is a service that we want to offer our scholars because I know some are really, really competitive and want to try to climb ranks and know that they have just a missing piece in their team. So
exactly.
yeah, that's in our immediate future. Um,
And for the order of the upgrades, it's
mm,
we did clarify this with the scholars, but we're making this clear now that it is going to be Genesis first,
hmm.
then first scholars. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. We'll be moving by scholar numbers. So first we'll look at all the requests, and then we'll process the requests by your scholar numbers because, of course, you've been with that team for the longest time, and so if you wanted a switch, I believe you deserve a switch first. But we'll look at all the requests, and then we'll look at the scholar numbers, and we'll kind of move up. We may not be able to upgrade everybody at the same time, but we'll be progressively going through the requests. So again, just be patient with us. It depends also how the market's looking, if the Axies are even available, if they're within a reasonable budget, and all those other factors.
Mhm.
But yes, we'll be going by your scholar number.
Perfect. Yeah, I think this upgrade will hugely help the scholars, hugely increase SLP gain, and it'll give like a nice refresh for their team. Because some of these people have been playing with this team for a very long time, and it's something that they deserve. And some people are getting extremely high ranks, and I can see what this change would actually look like. So I think it'd be a really cool idea. So Travis, ask that now. Once the upgrades happen, and people are playing with their teams
Mm.
for a month, and they all got them back. What's the leak? Remember you leaked that on your live stream.
Yeah, I
My
remember.
my tight ship has a leak on it. So
Yeah. So also after this AMA, we are going to be starting a small specific group called the Generation Axie Tactical Elites. Okay. And this is going to be a small group of specifically focused PvP players. And with that, there is going to be a lot more. What's the word? Demand and not requirement. What's the word? A responsibility. It's going to be a very small group. We're going to start with probably 2 or 3 scholars, 3 maybe. So with this elite group, we'll have more access to Axies, perhaps my personal Axies as well. Um, just to have you guys think of it in my perspective, I'm very happy to share my Axies with you guys, with the elites at least, so that we can push more rankings and we can have generation on the higher leaderboards. But of course, at the same time, I would also demand that there's a lot more. Are we getting rated? That there's a lot more push and thrive to go up those rankings. Because I do love my Axies. You guys see on stream, I love all my teams. Whether it's fake news, Poison Gang, Cute Squad, I love my teams. But I'd be happy to share because I don't need all 4 with some elite, some tactical elite scholars, so that they can push rankings and we can kind of grow in the higher rankings and learn from each other. So it's a very select group. So it really is quite a commitment. But we're gonna start small, and then from there, after everybody gets their upgrades, we are gonna open up an application to kind of join the tactical elite group. Typically, at least on the spot, we're hoping that you would have above 1700 MMR with the upgrades to apply, and then from there we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited. I'm excited for that, and also with all these tournaments coming up or popping up in the Axie community, I would love to go join some of these tournaments with the tactical elite, so we can represent
with,
GA.
with the elite squad, the hidden team within the team,
Yes.
those who those who answer the call and who are ready. This I think this tactical elite team will bring out the PvP players within our guild because we know a lot of people are pushing ranks and those who are very serious about PvP. So we hope that we can offer this to those few people who are very interested. And yeah, tournaments, everything. It'll be It'll be all tournament, not every tournament, but I mean the tournaments that we apply for, and coaching channels, all that stuff that necessarily not every scholar needs or wants. But this tactical elite squad, they will be a lot closer with Travis Axie because Travis is much higher on the rankings than I am, unfortunately. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there, guys. Yeah. After the so with the technical leads going on, you are also considering a Binance service,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
For some of the scholars who are interested.
Yeah. So, um, many of you, well, I'm assuming a little, but I believe many of you use Binance to convert SLP into pesos or whatever currency. And we've realized that the gas fees right now are through the roof to do any transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. I think it was like $50, $60 yesterday to do
Hmm.
one transaction onto Ronin. So gas fees are absolutely insane right now, and I totally realized that. And I also realized that with 50 scholars all paying a gas fee, that is a lot of hard-earned money given to the gas gods. So, I guess right after the AMA, we're gonna really make the official announcement, but you guys can get it ready. We'll be offering a Binance service where if you want to bypass the gas fee, we'll be asking for about $10 in SLP, and instead of doing Ronin to Ronin transaction, I'll get the SLP to your Binance address. So it's almost like a um, worry-free transaction where we'll go directly from claim on your Ronin to your Binance address to save you guys that gas fee and hassle of moving it from Ronin to Binance. Now, this is, I guess, a temporary fix for the problem because there are different things happening with Binance and different things happening on the Ronin chain. But at least for now, I believe we can definitely take advantage of doing group movements of money just to save on the gas fees. I mean, originally gas fees were $5 to $10, so it wasn't really a problem. But it reaching 40
Yeah,
to $50, it's a little insane, and I'm sure that'll be a big help to save everybody some money being lost in transaction fees. So
because
yeah, go
because
for it.
many of our scholars use their SLP. Some of them use it directly,
Yeah,
right? They really need to get this money off, and like no one wants to pay $50
hmm,
just to move the money that I worked so hard for.
exactly.
So this is for Genesis first,
Ah,
and
yes.
is this also open to the Air sponsored
Air,
scholars?
yes. Genesis first and Air sponsored scholars because we have control of those wallets. Um,
And the new Diamonds
and the new
tier as
diamonds, yeah,
well.
the diamond tiers once they get into the pay
Yeah,
cycle. So,
yeah.
with that being said, I'm going to need your Binance addresses if you wish to do this Binance service. I will need your Binance addresses. You can send me a message on Discord, even starting now if you want. Don't blow up my DMs, but yeah, no, you definitely can
Well,
send
too
me,
late.
yeah, your Binance addresses. We're going to make the official announcement after the AMAs for those that aren't able to attend. But yeah, definitely send me your Binance address so we can update your profile so that when pay period starts, which we are going to cash out tomorrow, in about, I guess, 30 hours from now or 36 hours from now. I don't want to do the math. But we'll be able to transact that. Now, this would be the first time I'm doing a mass transactions on Binance, so hopefully it all goes smooth. And I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. If not, we'll figure something out anyways. So yeah, so that's the offer. That's something we want to offer for you guys this pay period coming up. So if you want to be part, if you already have plans on how to cash out, or if you're hodling the SLP in your wallet, that is totally fine for you. But if you're deciding to try to cash out through Binance, then we'll open up that service for you for this pay period. So yeah, happy to announce that.
Yeah. And how? And once pay period is processed and finished, scholars, you'll see SLP on your inventory, and you'll see SLP being moved around. Do not panic because once we start the process, there's a certain method on how we do it, and then once we say it's complete, then scholars, if you have any issues definitely let us know. But during the
Ah,
process,
yes.
you will see your in. I remember last pay period, a lot of scholars were saying that the inventory looked a bit weird.
Yeah.
Why didn't we take out the whole thing? Because there's a certain way we do things. So we normally announce when it's being started, and we'll normally announce once it's finished. Now, once it's finished, and then if you notice any issues, definitely let us know. But as we're in the process of doing it, you're going to be seeing some wonky numbers in
Yes.
your inventory.
Because guys, just to have some info, just as an insider, it takes about 3 to 4 hours to process all the scholar accounts. So sometimes it looks like a bizarre way, but it's just to save me time. It's kind of have like I have a machine method of doing all the payouts, and if I just do each person individually fully, it just takes me a lot longer. So
Mm,
give me 12 hours from the start of the pay period to the end of pay period, and then the balances should be correct.
exactly. Because Travis is very particular, and Travis does not make mistakes. So he's very particular,
Yeah, I try.
and yeah, like we take it very seriously with payouts with our scholars. So that is the
Yeah.
finance service that we'll be offering. Another thing for the immediate, in the I would say the more far future, actually, is no longer immediate far future, is the guild land.
Ah, yes.
Right, this how this guild land's going to happen. Ryan, Travis, land is coming in 2022. What's your answer? Are we going to have land? Are we renting it? Are we borrowing it from somebody? Will we own it? How does this going to work? How do I get a piece of land?
Yeah. So of course there's gonna be a land hype. I could already feel it in the Twitter space. Um, we of course want to be part of the of owning land when it comes out. So what we're thinking is to do and also we want you guys to be part of land, um, a shared ownership of land. So off the bat, what we're thinking of also getting an Arctic plot because as of now, it is the most fairest valued plot. If you do some analysis on all the prices and do a little bit of research, we are planning on getting an Arctic plot, which is sitting around 10 Ethereum right now. So I guess in US dollars is around $30,000. So we're planning on getting one, and we want it to be a shared ownership. So for those who want to contribute want to have to own a piece of land, then our scholars will be able to contribute. We're gonna do it in SLP because that's I guess what you guys get paid most of. So you can contribute SLP to earn a percentage or to own a percentage of the land. So, for example, let's just do round numbers. It's about 200,000 SLP, very round numbers, 200,000 SLP to own an Arctic plot. So if you wanted 1% of that Arctic plot, it would be about 2,000 SLP. So for those scholars that, for example, want to donate 2,000 SLP, we'll have a chart and we'll say that you own 1% of this land. So whatever happens to the land, whatever is produced from the land, you will permanently own 1% of whatever's produced. If it's lumber, or if there's some kind of AXS that drops from the land, if there's anything that comes from the land, it will be divided into all the owners' wallets. So we're trying to have everybody can own a piece of the land that GA is attempting to buy. So we think that'll be really cool. It is pretty centralized. We'd love to have this in a decentralized way, so like through a token or something like that. But that is a little bit advanced, and I don't think we're ready to go about that way. But we do want to start buying land now.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, that's
yeah. I
basically a
think
gentleman
that we
idea.
want to aim. We're trying to aim for 2022 to land a bit
Yeah.
because the hype is just going to skyrocket the price. And right now, for us, our priority is adding as many scholars as possible
Mm-hmm.
because the more scholars that we bring on, the easier it is to buy land.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the balance that we're taking and we're going to be focusing because when we only had Genesis, land wasn't even a thing we could even think of. When we had half the amount of first scholars we did now, it was getting to a little bit of a possibility. Now that we have the scholars we have now, land is possible. So I could imagine us focusing on the diamond scholars, getting them with their good axes, understanding of the game, having high SOP rates, and the knowledge that we know now about running the scholarship. We believe that getting land will not be a problem.
Yeah.
There's going to be plenty of land. There's going to be a lot of people selling land, so we don't think it'll be a huge issue.
Yeah. I totally agree.
So we will write out the details in a bit more of the far future. So this is something that we are thinking about, and we do talk about it often. But we will write out the details in the far future. So don't think we forgot about it. It's just our priority right now is getting the people scholarships
Yeah.
as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So
Speaking.
we're about.
Yeah. So continue. Continue online.
No,
Continue.
no, 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 no. Oh yeah, yeah. I was just saying that I don't think we're far away from purchasing land, and how we go about it is going to be very interesting because I think each guild may be doing something a bit different. But our goal is, again, if we're not benefiting the scholars, then it doesn't benefit GA.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so that's with the land situation. And of course, land is super speculative. There's only so much information we have on land that's been given from the team. It's something that's definitely going to evolve in the game. It's really going to blow the game up. From a little sneak peek in Axie chat, Geos did mention that land gameplay is being practiced internally. So with the Axie Infinity team, they are practicing some land gameplay stuff. But that's always a leak. It usually still takes quite a few months for it to actually come out. So it's very speculative. We're hoping to catch it at a good price as well, and that everything kind of falls into place. But typically things do. Typically things do work out in Axie Infinity if you just kind of keep pushing, keep trying hard. Things will come, and we really believe that that's going to happen with us with land. So
Exactly, it's going to be extremely profitable for everybody. Land is going to be a game changer for the game.
yeah.
So we're about 45 minutes into the podcast. I guess it's time for us to announce the meme contest winner.
Yeah,
They've
that's
been
all you.
waiting
That
for
is
a very
all
long
you,
time.
Ryan.
It's so hard to choose. As like some of the veteran memers are just putting out the content, and some of the new soldiers are coming in with just straight hilarious images. And I like how everyone has a unique style. So I'm going to be announcing the people who earned the title "I Only Dream of Memes"
Mm.
because I think that they definitely own it, and the winner will get. We promised one AXS and also the title as I Am a Dream of Memes. So we have our veterans, Artemis, and we have Link, which are hilarious. If I could give the title twice, they would get it.
Mm.
Artemis, your videos are funny. Like, they're just hilarious. They really capture the community extremely well. Link, you as well. I love your images. Um, I think that they're hilarious. Another member in the Discord is Rice. I think Rice, you 100% earned the I Only Dream of Memes. I think that you didn't put out a lot of memes, but the ones that you did really made me laugh. So I thought that was hilarious as well. The same thing goes for Erie. Erie, you also were putting out some of the funny memes and also great art as well, right? Just a straight all around a good overall person. I really enjoyed that. And there was one other name I was looking for here. There was um so sorry here. One second. There was Where's it?
Yeah, while Ryan's looking for that,
Did
like,
they did they delete the meme? Oh, here it is. Thing. Christian also deserves the I Only Dream of meme. I thought his meme was hilarious. So the person who is the winner of this meme contest, I think for me it goes to Erie.
Erie.
Erie, I liked his memes about I like the memes about the general chat. I think it's hilarious. General chat has just become I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what's with the. Can someone explain this yellow meme to some of those? Because people are asking me, I don't get it. So the yellow meme, I know it's so weird. I just come in one day, everyone's spamming yellow, 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 and the Among Us memes. I don't know if it's an Among Us related thing or just a community thing, but it is hilarious. So Erie, you 100% earned one AXS. I thought your general chat memes were quite funny. So Link and Artemis, you guys are veterans at this. You guys killed it, and I really appreciate your memes as well. So Erie, if you're listening, if you're out there, here you
Yep, he's there.
go. You're going to be getting one access. I'm going to ask for your MetaMask address in the near future, so I can send you one access. So there's that. I guess is it time we announce the scholarship winners?
Is it time to announce some scholarship winners? Yeah, we're approaching the 1 hour
Oh,
mark, so
yeah,
we
I
can
think
definitely
so.
announce some winners.
So we're not going to be announcing a lot of scholars like what we did in the last AMA.
Yeah,
So we're just saying that now that like there's going to be more scholars added after the AMA as well. We are
yeah,
still continuing to put slots, but we're not going to be doing a 13 person addition to what we did last time. We're just going to start really small with the original three diamond scholars that we'll be adding on, and then in the following week and the week after, we're going to be adding a bit more. Why? Because we are doing this Axie upgrade first.
yeah.
That's the priority that we're focusing on. And then afterwards, we're going to be adding a lot more scholars. So those who have been patient, I see you,
Yeah.
I notice you.
Yeah.
Some of you have been extremely patient. And I am very surprised how like the same energy is still there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then thank you for all those who are patient. So Travis, you can start it off.
Yeah. And again, to add to what Ryan said, these three that we're going to announce are basically confirmed scholars. We're going to test how everything goes before we can confirm a couple more. So these three we're going to announce are definitely confirmed scholars, but there's quite a list of you guys that we really want on board.
Yep.
We're going to just ask for a little more patience, but like we see you guys, and would love you part of the community. So to start, um, the first scholarship winner for today is gonna go to Cardo Dallasay. Cardo Dallasay, congratulations. Are you in the chat today? Are you in the chat? I thought I saw your name. Cardo Dallasay, congratulations on your scholarship winner. Your name is Winsky on Twitch, but I believe you like to go by Cardo Dallasay in representation of the Axie. Cardo, thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for being super enthusiastic everywhere you are in all the chats. So congratulations, Cardo. We'll be messaging you to set you up with a team in the coming days.
Congratulations, Cardo. The second scholarship winner. Shooting stalls is always extremely hard.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of pressure. So this scholar, they have been around in the community for a very long time. They've been super engaged with this community in every single way. And I would like to announce that the winner of this scholarship is going to Karma. So
Karma.
Karma, if you're listening, congratulations, Karma. You earned the scholarship. You'll be part of the new Diamond tier. Diamond, Diamond is forever. And the last scholar, Travis.
Yes, and the last scholar, and probably one of the most patient ones we've ever really had. We'd like to announce the third Diamond Scholar of today. We'll go to Aishi. Aishi, Aeshi. You've been with us for a very long time, and I've seen you in the stream. I remember shouting out your name for so long, and it's crazy how supportive you've been from this whole time, and you've been extremely patient with us, and I am very grateful for that. And so, congratulations on winning your scholarship.
Congratulations, the new Diamond tiers. You'll be the first three to lead the Diamond tier scholars into the new millennium. The Diamonds will be the new base of GA as we continue to grow and focus it. So I know some of you were really wanting a scholarship today, and I'm telling you, we will be adding more. We just need a bit more time. We
Mm-hmm.
just need a bit more time. So again, thank you for your patience. I see a lot of people. I don't want to say any names because I don't want to say, but there are people that me and Travis see, and we're like, we need to get this person a scholarship yesterday.
Yeah.
So we see all of you. Thank you so much. This month of September coming up, prepare for scholarships because to answer a question, has the slowdown stopped?
Right.
Do we think, can we definitively say the slowdown for August? We didn't add a lot of scholarships this August.
Yeah.
After the big AMA dump last time, has the slowdown come to an end?
Yeah, and I guess I definitely think the slowdown has come to an end. We are tweaking and fixing and upgrading our previous scholars, but once that's cleared, we're back into growth. I wouldn't say hyper growth,
Yeah,
but we're
back
back
to
into
growth.
growth. We're definitely going to get the train moving again. Get the GA train chugging, so we can get some of you guys some scholarships real quick.
Exactly. So the slowdown has officially come to an end. So to answer, I believe that was Link's question about if there is a slowdown. It's over. We are back on. The train continues. So everyone, well, get your tickets because we're leaving the station. Okay, so no more train memes from me. I always use trains as my metaphors. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
so to
yeah.
I guess to answer some Q&A
Yeah,
questions.
exactly. Exactly. Do you have one to start, or should I start?
Uh, yeah, I have one to start.
Okay.
Is well, we already answered Link's question about if the slowdown will end. P had a question. I'm surprised he hasn't been changing his name 10 times. I actually remember. P. If us scholars brought if us scholars brought an Axie and
Mm.
we put them on our scholarship accounts since some of us want to reach a higher leaderboard? Yes. If you're a scholar and you've bought your own Axie, you can 100% put it on your scholar account. There is, for transparency purposes, we do control the wallet, by the way, that Axie will be on. So it is, again, a trust-based system, but we hope to have your full trust with that. We will need you to label that Axie, so change its Axie's name to example P's Axie. So
Mm-hmm.
we know as we're moving Axies around, if we have to,
Yeah.
we will not touch that Axie.
Yeah.
So yes, let us know the Axie that you'll be buying, and then we'll give you the Ronin address and say send it to this one, and then that Axie. Warning though, if you move that Axie, because it's your Axie, you'll get to take it off and give it to other people and so on and so on. But remember, it will reset to level one as well, and also sending the same Axie to multiple accounts may cause a bit of a flag on your account. So we suggest don't buy an Axie and then say, hey, hey, Ryan, use this Axie for your account as well, and then use that Axie. So we don't know how the Action thing themselves feel about that because they may consider it as extra energy. But yes, you are able to.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. If you want to add on to your team from your personal savings, investments, and your SLP gains, for example, you are more than welcome to. Even in the future, if and when the Ronin exchange comes out, you should be able to convert your SLP directly into ETH and buy Axies if you wanted to. And if you wanted to do that to improve your team, you are more than welcome. And any Axie that you buy is yours completely. We'll just label it. It'll just be sitting on the account as an improvement. If you want to take it out, you can take it out anytime. Just let us know. We have everything pretty well organized, so we will know if it's our Axie or not our Axie. Plus, if it's a fourth Axie, then we know. Wait, we only give you three, so one of these are yours. I have another question here. Is there any other games you play other than Axie Infinity and League of Legends? Um, I think that came up. That's from EYZ. I think that came up because we had a little bit of a League of Legends side talk during the stream. But right now, I actually don't play League. I think I only play Axie Infinity. I believe I only play Axie Infinity right now. But if we were to talk about games we've played historically, Ryan and I did have a great League of Legends phase. Still waiting on the 2v2. We had a great League of Legends phase. We had a great Maple Story phase. That was the game for years. That was kind of our first super game kind of thing. And then we also had a Neopets phase. Crazy enough, when we were, I guess we were in grade 3 at least. So I don't know what that is, maybe 12 years old. Yeah, when we were 12 years, no, less, 10 years old, we were playing Neopets. And we actually had not multi. We weren't multi-accounting, but we all had our own account, and we would funnel it into one account, put it in the bank, and earn interest. So we were just still like trying to maximize and do the daily quests and find all the little
crypto
things.
before crypto.
Yeah.
Crypto before crypto. That's not what on Neopets.
So I'd say those are our major games. We've tried a whole bunch of other games, but games that lasted years would definitely be Neopets, Maple Story, and League of Legends.
We're like I don't know. We play games for like 7 years plus, even 10 years.
Yeah.
Arguably, if we didn't stop playing League, like if we didn't pick up, what made us stop playing League? Was it Axie? No, we just.
What was it?
No. There was just a lot of season changes. I didn't like the new season. With the whole, I didn't like that. I just didn't like how they brought these new items in League, so I kind of made us stop playing. We play games.
I think for me, it's when I went to Europe and I was on a different server, so I'd either have to play with 200 ping, or start a new account, or I guess pay to transfer servers. So I was just like, time to move.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because like we play games for years, guys. Like we're not like game hoppers. We will. So you'll know that we'll be playing Axie through ups and downs. Some of you be very surprised. You guys will be like, "You guys are still playing this?" We hear that all the time. Yes, we will still be playing it. But we definitely play those kind of games. A scholar question. J.A. Neon is asking, is there going to be events like our Chimera Carnival in the future?
Oh, I got to mention about that too. There's gonna be other events like the Chimera Carnival. We have some ideas planned already. We just need to execute them. But of course, we love guild events. I think it's fun. It brings some more fun into the space as well. With the guild events, it's also something that we encourage, or that we offer to managers and sponsored scholars so that they can join the guild, be part of the family, and have fun with the events. So we definitely want to have more guild events. It could be a little competitive. It could be fun. I think our next one might be more fun than competitive, but I mean, there's always some competition in all these events. So fun events, competitive events, sounds great. We're definitely going to keep going with those. And to speak of our Chimera Carnival going on right now, there is... Let me do the count. There's about 30 hours left of the Chimera Carnival. To give you guys a quick update, Team Travis, what up? Where y'all at? Team Travis is leading by about 4,000 SLP. It may seem like a lot, but it's actually not a lot because of the overall team average difference is about 4 SLP. So I believe Team Ryan's average right now is 143 SLP, while Team Travis averages 147. And just last update, Team Travis's average was 143 and Ryan's was 140. So we've all moved up since the last update, but it is really close. It is still really close. If everybody kind of gets one more win, think about it. You got 31 people getting an extra 5 I mean, I don't know. Got to do the calculations, but it's It's close, but I don't know. I think Team Travis is gonna get it. And then remember, we do have prizes for the winning team as well as the top farmers on each team. But go Team Travis.
Yeah. So to answer just this question relating to that is that the winning it would be the top farmer on the winning team and the losing team. So if you are the second highest farmer but you're on the winning team, you will not get the Chimera Carnival title nor the heavy lifter title. You have to be on the losing team with the highest farmed SLP.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we decide to do it so it's fair for both teams. Because if the two top farmers are both on the winning team, then there's not much competition. Like, what's the
Mm-hmm.
point of that? So if you are on the losing team, you'll get the heavy lifter title because you just carried your team. And of course, if you're the winner on the top on the top farmer on the winning team, you will get the Chimera Carnival Slayer 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our first guild event. We're really happy with it. Um, there, there's definitely some excitement, some definitely some improvements that I would like to see for our next guild event. But this is a learning process. I was researching how to create good events, and I think that this was a success for
Mm-hmm.
me. So I'm very happy with the way things turned out. So remember, after the event, by the way, the chats of Team Ryan and Team Travis will be locked and then probably deleted a few weeks after. So if you're uploading any footage there you wish to keep or to look back on, remember, do not keep it safe on the team chats. They're just more for strategizing and conversation. But Team Ryan has the best chat because it's just a straight party. We're just all having fun, encouraging each other. I can see a little bit into Team Travis's chat.
He's speaking.
They're a bit strict. They're a bit strict. So, we're here for a good time, right?
Yeah, sure. We're here to win. We're here to win. Anyways, we'll let that go because the winner announcement will be tomorrow. But that's some fun stuff. That's some fun stuff, and I've loved all the art about it, all the posts about it. Escape of Dar. I would say DA because that's what I always saw on Twitch, but I think it's Dar. Escape of Dar. You have been doing some amazing work for the Chimera Carnival, for random things. I really appreciate your work. It's really cool to see. I've shared some with my girlfriend, and she really liked it. So thank you for all that work too, and all that art.
Exactly. EYZ asked a question. What made you guys think of starting a scholarship and why?
Um,
Uh,
you
I
want to answer
think
that
what
or yeah?
made us start the scholarship was we were good at two things: being in a guild, community, and gaming. And coming from crypto trading, investing, for me, it wasn't sustainable, right? I couldn't keep up with the trading and then the charge. I have a pretty good understanding of it, but I just find Axie Infinity a bit more fun and a bit more sustainable. So we saw this idea of people starting a scholarship, and it just instantly clicked. We were like, we can we can do this, and we could do it even better. So obviously, Generation Axie is not the first scholarship. We are definitely not the first, but we hope to be the best, and we hope to be the most consistent and the most sustainable, and we hope to always have the party going. So we just started this because it reached my personal three values. I like helping people, I like communities, and I like gaming. So it just naturally came. It just naturally said, "I'm going to be doing this for a long time."
Mm-hmm. And like just like Ryan said, Ryan is our community lead. If there is a title for that, Ryan has single handedly built this Discord, and of course with you guys helping actually being the community. Me, I'm more of a numbers guy, more of a tactics guy. So for me, it was when I bought my first three Axies, like everybody's initial thought, I want to make my money back, right? And like I said before, it was $60 for my first team because they're $20 each, $20 to $25 each. I'm like, let me make this money back. I was trying to calculate how long it would take. And it took about a month because at that time, SLP's price was 1 cent, okay? So you got to get a lot of 1 cents to get to $60. So I'm like, let me get my money back. It took about a month. I was able to farm SLP. Of course, the game was a little different there with the energy system. I don't. There was no energy system, believe it or not.
No, there wasn't.
There's no energy system, and the leader. There's only under 20,000 players, so it was really small. Because now we're at like 1.4 or 1.5 million players. So, anyways, I was like, let me get this
Mhm.
money back as soon as I can. And the thing is, once I got my $60 back, I'm like, well, that was easy. Let me just get more Axies. And then figuring out that it's only me earning this money, whether I have 3 Axies or 6 Axies, I'm like, well, why don't I give them to somebody and we can both earn money? And the idea of a
Mhm.
scholarship wasn't even there at the time, but it technically was that. And
Mhm.
like we've mentioned before, the setup, the MetaMask, it was all on MetaMask. It was all on Ethereum. You had to pay a gas fee every transaction. You had to pay a gas fee to breed, pay a gas fee to send an Axie, gas fee to claim SLP. Everything was a gas fee. So it wasn't ready to have mass scholarships. And with the upgrade of Ronin and having the Ronin network, we revisited the idea of running a scholarship. And in addition to that, Ron and I, like I mentioned, have been in the crypto space for quite a bit, and we've seen how the crowd moves. Okay, we were into Bitcoin and Ethereum when nobody was really talking about it at that, during the year. Then we saw the crowd rush to it. But as we were doing our
Mhm.
research, we saw the NFT space open up. That was like late summer. There's starting to be talks of NFTs where like people were
Mhm.
minting memes and saying that it's their NFT, but people were like, well, that's not really art. Like it was weird. And then the real artist came in, and we saw the crowd move to the real artist. And we knew the next step was like,
Mhm.
let's get some utility NFTs. And that's when we saw Axie Infinity, plus that it was gaming. We're like, ooh, this is really cool. Excuse me. And so I have a strong feeling the crowd right now is moving into the NFT space. If you're anywhere on Twitter,
Yep.
you'll see celebrities talk about it. You'll see videos are all moving the NFT space. They just haven't moved
Mhm.
into the utility NFT space yet. And when that wave
Mhm.
comes, Axie Infinity is going to moon. It's going to absolutely moon.
Yes.
And so just
I.
give it some time. The crowd will find out. Somebody will find out Axie Infinity, crack open the door, and there's going to be a floodgates of people coming in. So we really feel like this is
Mhm.
a great opportunity. We enjoy the game. We love the community. The community is absolutely
Yep.
amazing, and that's super important for games. So that's why we decided to go. Hey, let's go all in on this Axie Infinity.
It's I generally and I truly believe I don't want to be a hype man here, overhyping this because if it doesn't work out, I'll be very upset. But I generally believe Axie Infinity is going to be the next Pokemon. It's going to be massive, and I think North America is just waking up to it, or they're just hearing about it for the very first time. We talked about to our friends and family when it was December, no November, no October it was
Yeah.
whenever we talk to our friends and family about it, and now in August, North American news outlets are finally talking about Axie Infinity. Yes, they have covered it before, but it was never front page like this before. So we generally believe everything in. Sorry, not we. I personally believe that it's going to easily 10x, 50x axes, and I think that things are going to get crazy. And I believe the Axie Infinity team knows that, which is why Geos tweeted, "You have about 18 months to get a Mystic Axie." Right, Geos is a very smart person. He's very educated. He knows space extremely well, and I think we have less time than that to like when he says unreachable, I mean it's going to be unattainable even for rich people,
Yeah.
right? Mystic Axie. So could you imagine what a normal Axie price would look like? And I think that being a part of a community and a guild will only allow you to go far. League of Legends wouldn't have been successful without the community. Right? World of Warcraft, the
Yeah.
same thing without the community. All these top games, Pokemon without the community, without the community wouldn't have been this big. So, Activision is going to be one of the biggest games in the world.
Yeah.
So, and if you're playing alone, I think it's going to be very difficult for you to do anything. You can play, you can get your SOP, go hunt and stuff, go on land, chop some wood. But if you want to do raids, if you want to do bosses, you want to do events, you want to do maybe the weekly or even the monthly quests. I don't know what those look like. it's probably going to require a guild
Yeah.
because no MMORPG goes without a guild. Even some of the smaller app games still have guilds, right? So
Even
remember Battle Camp?
yeah, even like little
Yeah,
mentions in a lot of these games too. Like this is all speculation, but there's always like a guild bank, and there's always guild levels, and there's always like, for example, I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of games where if you're in a guild that's funded enough, let's say it was SLP. Let's say you have to fund an SLP pool in your guild to level it up, and if you are a certain level, you get a 10% discount when you're trying to buy something in all the stores. Like there's always perks
mhm,
and bonuses for guilds and groups. So we really want to have the people and the players so that when that time comes, we can just really rev up and just push past the person that's playing on their own. So
exactly.
really excited for that.
A scholar question coming from Buncheck. Besides coaching and Axie upgrades, what other support or benefits are you going to offer scholars in the future? I personally, for me, I believe as this game continues to evolve and change, the benefits will have to upgrade with them as well. And we're always thinking about ways on how we can make the guild a better place for everybody. And right now, as Axie continues to grow and change, so will this Discord as well. As for the benefits and supports, I I did like the idea of coaching. I like that idea. I think that in the future, I would like to definitely have a list of people who are interested, of course, in being known as coaches to help other new scholars, at least because there are, I would say, people who are more willing to coach others. So, in that sense, definitely, I would like to support that. And we will see what the future benefits look like. So we don't know yet, but there is always talks of improving this Discord.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so another question. We'll try to kind of zip through some of these questions because we've got quite a lot. Lunkar says, "Do you think play to earn crypto will change the world? If so, do you think this is a good thing or bad thing? Um, and then if we have plans for competitive gaming, we've talked about that. And are you open to other play to earn games if ever they have a scholarship system?" So quite a different parts in that question. So one, I do think play to earn crypto will change the world. I'm sure you guys
Mhm.
either are experiencing it or noticing that there are some places that are in the Philippines accepting SLP as a currency. I think already, like even if you're not playing the game, it gives you a different idea of what currency is. Like if you imagine
Mhm.
places starting to accept SLP instead of the actual currency, it really makes you think what is currency? And currency is just like a medium of exchange. And if somebody would rather have SLP than dollars or pesos, then we can give them SLP. And it really works like that anywhere. The thing is, I
Mhm.
mean, you can't go to a store and give the person, I don't know, a shoe for a bag. Yes, it's that's kind of a weird exchange. So you want to have some kind of base exchange, but that base exchange can really be anything. And if it ends up becoming a
Mhm.
cryptocurrency, or if it ends up being, I don't know what, it can definitely impact the world greatly. The only thing that worries me are governing bodies and kind of enforcers to try to keep some kind of balance. But that's like a whole different topic. That's the only thing that worries me a little bit. But besides that, I think play to earn is definitely going to change the world. It's definitely going to change the ideas. It's going to put some more respect into the gaming community because typically there's somewhat of a negative connotation when you're talking about gaming to other people. People don't take it as seriously. But I think this will really show the real value that there is within the gaming community and the dedication of the players and the whole ecosystem of it. And
Exactly.
if we're open to other play to earn games, if they ever have scholarship system, I always keep a lookout. I always keep a lookout for games. I join different channels and things to see what's coming up. We are focused on Axie Infinity because it is the leading edge. It is the game that people are copying off of. So we are focused, yes, on Axie Infinity, but I am involved slightly in a lot of other games. such as like I have a couple of my DeFi pets. I have a couple skins in Blancos. I own some land in Splinterlands, and I play every once in a while. Um, I've seen Dragonair. I didn't like it so
Crypto
much.
Beast.
Yeah, Crypto Beast. I'm keeping an eye on in Twitter. I don't own any of the eggs. I mean, definitely keeping my eye out in the space. There's some new ones coming out that want to make some big AA like AAA games, but
Hmm.
but the focus, like 99% of my focus, is Axie Infinity, and I
Yeah.
really believe that this is the game that'll blow off, that'll take off, and stay
Yeah.
for the years, and stay for years on years on years. Versus the other ones
From
might have different hype cycles.
exactly like Axie's Pokemon, every other game is Digimon. If if Axie is Mario, the other games are Snake, right? In that sense, they still have their community, they still have their crowd, but the clear winner is going to be Axie Infinity because it's more than a game; it's an ecosystem, and that is something that many games are hard to compete with.
Hmm.
Um, there was a question from. Oh wait, sorry, there was actually another question. What is something you really wish the Axie Infinity should add slash change in the next update?
Good
I'm.
question.
I think that they should just stick to the white paper. I've read the white paper, and I think that they should stick with the roadmap. I like it; it makes sense. Obviously, if Geos and the team just wake up one day and say we're going to support scholarships 100%, obviously I'll be like, yes, please, more, more scholarship tools, guild tools, all that would be extremely helpful. But we know scholarships wasn't a part of the plan. They didn't see this coming. Nobody did. So, and just have to deal with how things are. And things are going great, right? They have not turned the scholarships away, but they cannot directly support it yet. They do support it. They do talk about scholarships, but I mean, when I say support, as in like they're not going to be building any tools for a long time. That's something I would wish they would build, but I totally get it. It's not a part of the original roadmap plan, and people have invested into Axie for the roadmap plan, and I invest into Axie for the same plan as well.
I see Piggy Chloe messaging on Twitter, Twitch, saying, "I hope we can message the opponent while in PvP." I actually just saw a tweet about that, like a little GG or like a little LOL or something like that, and those little emotes. And I'm sure that they're coming. I'm sure they're around the corner because I've heard Jiho's mention about that. He's also mentioned like cosmetics for the Axies. It's just I believe he said he wants to get the real game and foundation down before adding in these extras. But yes, a little BM is always fun in the competitive space. I always try to BM as much as I can, like especially with my big yak. I try to drop a poo on people when they're in last stand, but that's as BM as I can get. Or you heal your way, you heal off their little last stand ticks. You try to do your little BM. It's part of the fun. It's part of the the competition. But I think the emotes and little things are coming soon, and that would be cool as an add-on.
Um, I just took a question from I Heart Art. What are your sentiments about taxation and what will happen to when players slash managers in the Philippines? Do other countries do this too? Government and taxes and crypto. My opinion on this is obviously you should be following the taxation laws in your country. We don't want any scholar to get a knock on the door from the officials. But my stance when it comes to crypto and taxes, it greatly depends on where you live. Right? Some places are hyper strict, while some places are like more like you have to come in yourself and you have to report it yourself. So I think that from a non-financial advice standpoint, and my opinion on taxation of crypto is that I just find it's something that we're going to have to deal with. Not maybe not now, but in the next few years, as crypto continues to take over the world, the government will want their fair share, and it's just part of the beast that we have to deal with in 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 that sense. So that's my opinion with that.
Oh wow.
Um,
I see some
Hmm.
questions from I Heart Attack. You got quite a lot of questions listed. I don't think I'll be able to
Yeah.
answer them all, but I'll pick at some of the few. What is the highest SLP a newbie can earn? Well, a newbie, it depends on how newbie you are. There is the guaranteed, well, almost guaranteed 75. You still got to win 5 in arena. So that is a guaranteed 75 that you can get. And can floor Axies earn this? Yes. The hardest part will be getting the 5 wins in arena. If you have 4 Axies, you're going to drop pretty far in the rankings before you can match up somebody with somebody else that has floor Axies to get the win, or somebody that's just AFK. Like you're either waiting for an AFK or waiting for somebody that has more floor Axies than you to get the wins. But that would get you the 75. If you drop rankings far enough, you actually don't earn SLP per win. I believe it's under 800 MMR or 800 trophy count, you stop earning SLP. So it might be they might have lowered it, but I don't know. I haven't been down in those depths in a while. But so it is possible to get the 75 with floor axes. It'll just take a long time, and in my opinion, it probably won't be as fun. So the longevity won't really be there. Um, some more. I'm just gonna rapid fire some of these questions. How has actually changed your life? It's changed it quite a lot. I actually just transitioned from playing basketball professionally to doing Axie Infinity full time, so it has really changed my life. But I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I love the community, I love the game, I love the space. So that's a big impact on my life. And then, what are your thoughts on the 30 to 40% share for for scholars? I th- I th- I mean, it's up to the person. It's up to the scholarship. It's in a sense, it's their money, it's their investment. I don't believe 30 to 40% share for a scholar is fair. My
Yeah.
baseline is 50%. Like my baseline is
Hmm.
50-50. Anything below that, it kind of I don't feel so good about it. But
Yeah.
so yeah, some 30. We've seen some do 20% share, some do some crazy requirements, and so I'm
I
not. It doesn't I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me, but it is what it
I
is.
th- I think as scholarships continue to pop up, scholars will have much more choice.
Yeah.
There's going to there's going to be the tier of bad scholarships and good scholarships, right? And I think that the reason why many of these guilds are doing 20, 30% is A, it's greed, and B, they put so much money just to get 3 teams going. Right. So they feel like, as what we all did when we first started, I need to make my money back ASAP. So in that sense, AXS was what it was 4 AXS
Yeah.
at the time. It was like $50 each. So the many of these guild new scholarship runners, I don't want to call them guild leaders because they have like under 10 scholars, but many of these new people who are coming in really want to make their money back ASAP. I don't believe in any of that. If if you're going under 50%, there's no point in starting a, a scholarship. There's really no point. I hope that scholars can say no, but I know people's finances are very different around the world, and depending on how badly you need the cash, you may have to take that option because some scholars have been looking for scholarships for 3 to 4 months, right? So, and they're seeing their friends and their family get one, and they're like getting desperate. So, if you're seeing a guild that's doing that, don't like attack them for it. Just don't accept their scholarship. Just don't, because they're not going to change,
Yeah.
right? And more guilds are going to be doing this.
Yeah.
Um, we we have some questions from Gabax is asking, have you ever tasted any Filipino food? I
Yeah.
did try Jollibee down here, downtown Toronto. It did open up, and I tried it. I guess, is that considered Filipino food, like, or am I just assuming it's the like fast food of like Canada, and I'm calling it Canadian food? But yeah, like I've tried Jollibee. I've had neighbors who are Filipino, and I've had their food before, and I think it tastes really good. I liked it. I could eat it all day. Um, I like spicy food, but I feel like Filipino spicy food is on another level. So definitely I'm gonna have to like up my spice game. I thought I like spicy food, but clearly I've been mistaken.
Yeah. Um, I have not been to Jollibee, so I definitely need to go there. I guess I'll take a picture when I go and send it to our chat and see what the hype is all about. I'm sure it's amazing. I'm sure it's amazing. But I have quite a few friends that are Filipino or half Filipino or at least have Filipino mothers. And you do know once you go to a Filipino household, they're gonna cook a whole bunch of food. So I've had some real cooking, uh, but is kind of mostly when I was younger in my teenage years when I was hanging out with my friends. I mean I've had some great food. I mean I could see it from my friends and their parents that community is an important thing in the Philippines. So when I saw it relayed exactly here in the space, I knew like it was a perfect match. But yeah, Filipino moms love to cook and make sure you're okay. So that's cool. That's cool.
Uh, Matcha asks, what is special with the Filipino players and why did you choose us? It was actually the other way
Exactly.
around.
Yeah.
You guys chose us. We didn't seek out anybody. We're open to anyone in the world, but the Filipino community showed up, embraced us, right? Gave us this community, gave us the energy to keep going. What makes them special is just all of you are just so welcoming and so embracing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we haven't actively been looking specifically for Filipino players. They just said, "Hey, I'm down. Let's go. You guys are awesome."
Yeah.
I said, "You're awesome too. Let's go."
I think the demographics. I think Axie Infinity did put up a chart, and I think 72% of the Axie Infinity population is from the Philippines. I think there's a
Wow.
decent percentage from Indonesia and maybe some from Venezuela. I saw that the U.S. was about 5% of the population, and it was just showing
Wow.
little charts like that. So it really is you guys chose us, but it also shows that there's so much potential in a lot of other places. Because I know the
Yeah.
Philippines is not that the biggest of places, and so it also goes to show how early we still are in the game and how technically small it is if we're looking at it in a global outlook. So
Exactly.
you guys took the bull by the horns and went all out, and I'm sure it's paying off for you guys, and I'm hoping a lot of other countries follow suit.
Exactly. I really hope we're able to grant some bit of financial flexibility. I don't want to say freedom. Sometimes I am caught saying financial freedom, but more financial flexibility for our scholars, right? The ability to be able to make an income not just from their job or from their lack of a job, but this scholarship can say, I get to play games, I get to be in a community, and I get to earn something to contribute to my household. And I think that is something that's very important to me and what really kept me in Axie Infinity. So we hope that the scholars here are thriving, no longer surviving. So like, yeah, I hope that we're doing a good job for you guys.
I mean, we're reaching the hour and a half mark. Thinking we'll go through a couple more questions, and and then wrap it up.
Yeah, I think yeah, really, yeah. Let, let's grab some few questions
Let's
here.
maybe do
Um,
one more each.
yeah, I think so. I think so. Jesse Zambles asked, if one of your scholars want to become a manager someday,
Mm,
what sets the standards or qualification that needs to be a
nice.
GA manager? So every scholar will have access to be either GA manager or official sponsor. Now they sound the same, but they're actually really different. So I'm gonna do a quick rundown.
Okay.
Sponsored official sponsors are people who give us their axes and we control everything. The only thing we cannot control is what we can do with the axes, but we do hold the axes in our personal wallet and we develop the payments through 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 there. We cannot breed with their Axies without the sponsor's permission, nor can we transfer it to any other wallet than the associated wallet because some of the sponsors do take a look at the accounts. So as a sponsor, uh, as an official sponsor, if you said, "Hey Ryan, hey Travis, I have enough money, I want to buy a team." Okay, so you have the choice. You can either try to run it yourself, or you can just say, "You guys hold my Axies, find a scholar, and pay me my percentage out." So that's how it is handled. They are your Axie. So you want to pull the plug at any time. We just hope you guys will be around for more than 3 months if you decide to end your sponsored scholarship. But that's how we handle it. As a manager, you handle the payments, you control the wallets, you control the axes, you control everything. What a manager is that you're mostly looking for a community that already has a very large guild or a large base, and you believe in the future of GA, and we can offer you tools, scholars, we can give you access to the exclusive manager chats or anything like that. So as a scholar, you can choose both paths if you want to at any time, whether you have the funds, and we can guide you through it as well. So if you are a scholar that's become an official sponsor, your scholar would be called, example, Jesse Zamble's sponsored scholar. So that person would have that tag in the actual Discord. So that's so to answer your question, yes. The standards and qualifications is if you believe in GA, you don't believe in going under 60%. You are someone who wants to stick around for more than 3 months, and you're just an overall, just a cool person. Vibe check, basically.
Yeah. Good explanation. Um, and for the last question here, I see Lancelot Gaming saying, "Does well, if the Axie Infinity trend is to disappear, if it disappears, will you continue giving scholars in other NFT games?" Well, we heavily believe in Axie Infinity, so we're gonna continue pushing, no matter the price of SLP, no matter the hype or non-hype, the ups and the downs. We're gonna continue pushing through with Axie Infinity. If we get big enough and we see another game, perhaps we can branch a little. But like I said before, we're focused on Axie Infinity. We think it's the cream of the crop. So we're going to continue pushing through that game in any of the cases.
Exactly.
Yeah, for a long time.
Imagine,
We're here for the long run.
imagine playing World of Warcraft year one or year two, and knowing the trends of World of Warcraft up, down. Now World of Warcraft is actually really high up again in player base. We're not here for the trend. We're here for years. I can definitively say I will be here for years. So whether Axie gets popular again, no one cares, popular again, we're going to be continuing to add scholars. Depends on the rate of scholars, may change, but we're not going to be stopping adding scholars. We're in this for the long haul.
Yeah. So, anything extra you'd
Uh,
like to add, Ryan? Any closing
no,
remarks?
I believe my closing remarks is that again, I'm just super happy with everybody here. Everyone's been extremely important, and I just think that I hope that this community continues to grow. There's actually something we forgot to mention
Which
is
one?
that we will be adding mod compensation.
Ah, yes, yes.
So mods, you're gonna get what you deserve. So we thank you for everything. Mod compensation is coming. It's not going to be this insane amount, so but it's going to be a little bit something to show our respect. And then as the guild continues to grow, that will also grow with it as well. So it's going to be really small. So we know it's not going to be this insane amount, but it's just to say thank you, a really small amount. So we're going to be doing compensation every month for the mods and peacekeepers. So we want to say thank you for after that, you guys have been extremely helpful towards this community. Nothing has changed. No rights, responsibilities. Just keep doing what you're doing. But this is a thank you for the work that you're doing. Um, and yeah, just
Yeah.
I'm just really happy with this community right now. Extremely happy.
Hmm. So yeah, I think Ryan covered it pretty well. Like you said, we're gonna start mod compensations this pay period as just a little token of appreciation. Of course, we wish we could give more, but we will grow as we grow. You know that will grow as well. And so, thank you guys all for tuning in on Discord and on Twitch. I have both the chats rolling and looking. I'm reading all the messages. I'm not replying to all of them, but I'm reading them. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for sticking through the AMA. I hope you guys had fun. Of course, we're going to be doing this every last Saturday of the month. So in about 30 days from now, we'll be back with our fifth AMA. Hopefully even bigger, hopefully even stronger, hopefully even more hyped. And we're just really looking forward to the future of Axie Infinity and especially of Generation Axie. So thank you guys.
Exactly. Diamond Scholars, you'll be hearing from me soon. So, yep, this concludes our fourth AMA. So, if I'll be sticking around in the general chat and all the other chats if anyone has any other comments or questions. So, thank you everyone for listening,
And have yourselves a
and
great evening.
yeah, have yourself a great evening.